Hi guys, I'm Hannah Humphrey and this is my service learning experience video. So according to the Department of Health and Health Education and Training Institute, an interprofessional healthcare team is a group composed of members from different disciplines with varied and specialized knowledge, skills, and methods who share their experience and augment and support the contributions of others and rely on one another to accomplish common goals and improve healthcare delivery. So, I did my service learning project with a nonprofit organization called Lighthouse to give a presentation on COVID safety. Um, and so, I currently work as a COVID epidemiologist for the Virginia Department of Health. And I felt that with everything going on, like in the world today, and like COVID just being this a major topic, and like with what my job is, I thought this topic would be a great fit. And so, by assessing the needs of the community, which I was targeting, and that is one of the public health competencies, I found it fit to discuss COVID precautions as well as food safety measures, and I'll go into further detail of that in a minute. So, to give you a little background of the organization I worked with, the Lighthouse is a hospitality house located in Yokosuka, Japan. I grew up there when I was younger, and my family currently lives there. And so I usually go visit them like twice a year. And so I've been to the Lighthouse many times, but because of COVID, I haven't been able to go back in a year and a half. So this hospitality house is under a larger organization called Cadence, and which is based out of Colorado, and they have hospitality homes all over the world near military bases, because their goal is to like have a place where sailors and like single sailors can go and they can actually spend the night there and just be able to have a place to stay, like a home away from home. And then also like families can go there and have fellowship with other families and just be able to have a sense of like community, and feel comfortable. And so this is a Christian-based organization. And so the hospitality home that's in Japan hosts Friday night dinners as well as a service right after. But obviously with COVID and everything going on, rules changing for like the military, sometimes like they couldn't get off base for some time, but now it's starting to let up. But I reached out to the head of Lighthouse and asked if I could host a presentation through Zoom, like on COVID, as well as being able to talk to him about actions that can be taken with the hospitality home once things start opening up again. So like with my MPH concentration, it's in nutrition, and I thought I could discuss food safety measures with him to ensure that everyone can enjoy the home cooked meals again, but just in a safe way. And so the group that I put together for this project was pretty small. It was just me and 3 other people. So it included Jeremy, which is the head person of the Lighthouse, who I contacted and got permission from. He used to be a head chef for another organization in Colorado, and he also has experience as a hotel manager. So he was a great person to talk to, and we were able to discuss things that he can do, and I can get into more detail about that in a second. And the second person I included was Becca. She's a Navy corpsman and works at the Navy hospital as a radiologist. And the last person I put in the group was Jake, and he's a sailor as well and is an operations specialist, so he works on the boat. So it's a little different from Becca. Like they both are in the Navy, but they have different skills, and they work in like different environments too. And so this group, as you can tell, is really diverse. We all have knowledge in different areas, but that was really beneficial to making this project successful. With Jeremy's background in food service, obviously it was easy to discuss with him what we can do to Friday night dinners to make it more COVID conscious. Since it was always a buffet style, we opted to do it like only designated people could go into the kitchen area and help with that, and only certain people would serve food and take it to the tables rather than people coming in and grabbing food and stuff like that. And also just making sure, obviously, social distancing between tables, and making sure that food that was touched is not brought back into the kitchen. And so these were just some of the things that we came up with that can be implemented. And then also with Becca and Jake, we were able to have a meeting and discuss how COVID was affected with the sailors and how their precautions were taking place and stuff. And since Becca worked in the hospital, she understood that side of things, and Jake on the ship, he was able to explain to me like stuff with that, and we were able to come together and put our knowledge to come up with ideas and talking points for our presentation. And so we had to make sure that when we presented, we were aware of like cultural values and practices, not only for like talking towards like military members, but also with the organization being in Japan. There were some like Japanese rules that we had to consider regarding COVID, and since there were also some Japanese families that come and participate in the hospitality home, so we had to remember that aspect as we planned and delivered our project. And then we were able to apply another public health competency, which is to communicate audience appropriate public health content in writing or through oral presentation. And so obviously with me being in the States, we did a Zoom meeting, but it also allowed us to communicate and practice what we were teaching, which is like social distancing. So that was a cool way to put that in there too. So I believe my team was able to successfully meet our goals for this project. You know, we were really effective, and we each understood our roles. Even with various backgrounds and expertise, we were able to come together to discuss a common theme and come up with a plan. And by having a team with such diverse backgrounds, we were able to learn from each other and expand our knowledge. And I think that is one big takeaway from working in an interprofessional team, that like not only were we able to work together for a common goal, but we were able to learn and expand our knowledge as we worked. And so yeah, I thought that was really good. Yeah, thank you.